Hey, Jinkam here, founder franchisor of multiple brands exceeding over 150 locations. So look at here now. This looks like a very premium mall to you, right? A very premium place in the center of Montreal. Today's video's topic is gonna be how do we judge the location is gonna be a potential good area or not. So everything is based on the rent. So imagine in a place like here or in downtown, you're gonna probably pay over 10K rent per month. So if you pay 10K rent per month, there will be already some organic traffic coming from the area alone, right? But if you manage to save half of it, so imagine you pay only 5K rent. So how much should you spend into the marketing to get known in the area? Probably another 5K, because the average that it will suggest will be 10K. So if the average is 10K, so based on the rent that you will be paying, it will also have a strong factor, the traffic that's gonna bring you. So let's bring it back to the basic. What I mean is, even though you pay a high rent, such as here, don't get me wrong, here the rent is pretty good, and also the traffic is growing by the day. But most of the cases of most other competitors' brand, they will pay such a high rent that will be putting them in a position of risk. What I mean by that is, imagine you have such a big fixed cost per month. That means you have so much cover just in order to survive. But if you can save half of it or even 70% of it, that means your cost of living will be much lower. So you have time to play, you have time to adjust, you have time to adapt. So this way, for most of you guys, buying a franchise, it's probably one of your first venture into the physical business world. So one thing that you need to understand is managing people, cost control, and also profit control. To sum up in a very good way for the beginners to see it is, see it as like a pie. So your pie is basically the whole pie. That's the thing that you can take back home. But you have to pay a rent, so that's one slice. You have to pay for the employees, so that's another labor slice. You have to pay for the food costs, for electricity, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, what's left of that pie, that's what you can pocket as your own personal profit, which plays a big factor, by the way. Because if only the rent alone, you pay over 50% of your own personal pie, that means you have less margin to play. And compares to, if you take any of my brands, compared to any brand out there, you will be paying at least 3 times the price. So I'm saying about 500K to 800K to just start your own first personal physical business. So what it means by that, if you don't have the cash to invest upfront, that means you have to go through a business loan. That means your monthly payment for the loan is gonna be much higher too. So it's gonna take another bigger portion of the pie. So let's play it smart, let's play it safe. Let's play it the way that I used to play back in the days, which was minimal investment for maximal profits. So that's why even up to this day, all my concept, we keep it the total build-up cost between 150K to 250K. That includes franchise fees of $35,000, constructions, equipment, signage, and rent deposit. That will be all covered between $150,000 to $250,000. But compare outside, compares to the other brand, it's at least 500K to 800K. So at the end of the day, you do the math, you tell me if it makes sense. So to make it easier for all of you to understand is, we like to pick a location based on the 150 location that we open. That covers goal areas, office workers, residential. This is where we truly build the recurring customers. Because building recurring customers, this is where the true profits are made in the physical business. That's truly how we ensure to have consistent sales every single day, every single week, through the whole year. One thing that you will realize is, if there's a good area, you will see multiple of my brands in the same area, which is a good sign, because it's not a competition for your store. It's a meaning that the whole area are consuming. They like quality product, fresh product at an affordable price, and also accessible. Yeah, and also the buying powers of the customers are way much higher. Compared to if you want to go to a place that probably there's no competition for you, not only no restaurant, but imagine not another sushi, poke, or onigiri place. That means there's no demand. So it's not safer to play in that field. You have to be in a field that there's demand, and you have to be the best out of it. And being the best also means being unique, which most of my brands are in the right place to play that game. So these are all signs that the area are proven. So that's why we're so confident into selling you the right opportunity. because of course you don't want to be spending over 100K to up to 300K to build a store in an area that it's not going to be working. So we want to make sure that you will be doing well, if not from the start, but at least having improvement. So within a year, within 2 years, you can have all your profit return on investment and building a long stream of income. And if not, opening multiple locations like most of my franchisees. In a lot of areas in Montreal and surroundings, you will see the same area will have Sushi-sama, Onigiri, Poke Station, even Turnberry. Sometimes it's all belonging to the same franchisee. If not, it's multiple franchisees running the same brand but through multiple locations. There are so many ways for you to be expanding your own legacy. Let's take it one step further. Imagine you give a deposit. You're interested into a specific area or a specific brand. This is where we truly analyze the whole portfolio about you and also about your preferred area and brand. Sometimes we don't have the location available for the specific brand, but we do have opening for different brands. That's why we work with so many different brokers, landlords, and also we have multiple partners through our all brands. We just want to be able to show you and present you the perfect product for your personal need. So imagine you have a specific demand for Turnberry into DDO, into the West Island area, but that place is already taken. So the next thing you need to consider is, do you want Turnberry or do you want the West Island? So we will always have option for you, which will be the best option that we'll have up to hand. If not, we will be seeking and finding, doing whatever it takes to have the perfect fit for you. But if you're flexible, like this is one skill that we need in business. So you either want to go fast, being flexible, or you want to be hard and just straight to the point, but it might take some time. Sometimes you're attached to a brand, sometimes you're attached to a specific area. And the reason why we're able to scale at so many places, not only the same brand, but through multiple brands, is because we know exactly which area works well, and we also know which brand works well. And most of the time, the same area works well with all my brands. Because we use the same blueprint, we implemented the same system, the same way of operating and generating profit incomes, and also serving the customers in such a efficient and affordable way that there's no way it's not going to be working. The thing that I want to go through and I want to make it clear for every one of you is we're opening physical business. So of course we cannot have infinite open location per year. So we're very specific into choosing the right candidate that are so serious into opening and running one of our brands. Because if you're not doing good, it's going to tarnish my own personal name. It's going to tarnish all the years of legacy that I was building through the last 14 years. So this is where I want you to be serious and I want to pick the best and I want you to trust us. And also we'll be trusting you guys to be running one of our own brand. And by the way, you're not left alone. You're not choosing your own location alone. We're here to suggest, we're here to advise you the best possible outcome that you can get. If yes, you're picky in that kind of way, we'll still gotta be supporting you, but we'll be here to offer you all the possible scenarios. So if you want to go fast, quick, and good, this is one way to go. If you want to go safe, long, specific, we still have that option. But we're here to support, we're here to stand together, side by side, so we can grow big together. And by the way, I know since it's got to be your first business, you might want to be in a very beautiful, amazing neighborhood, which I do not always recommend, but I also do not oppose to that idea. But the thing is, the goal for every entrepreneur that wants to step into the business world, they want to make profit first. If I tell you we have ways for you to generate amazing income, and you don't have to be in a place like this, you can still probably see one of those stores that looks scrappy, but you will be surprised into how much sales and profit that can generate you. So peace out. If there's any other question, comment below, reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to let you know behind the scene. So peace out.